Today we are renovating EA's renovation. That's kind of confusing. I might need to rethink that title, but basically, you know how EA just updated some of the base game lots? Well, now I want to update the updated lots because I want to use all the packs and it's just fun. I've already renovated everything else. So now it's like fun new things to renovate. And I was thinking maybe we should start small to begin with because really, the one that I'm really excited to renovate is in Oasis Springs, the Land Grab's new house, because this one's just so good. I love what they did with this. I cannot wait to use all the packs and furnish this and just go wild. So that's definitely one I want to do. But yeah, like I said, maybe today let's just start small. Or if there's any other renovations you would like us to renovate, just let me know which ones in the comments down below. Let's start with the Johnny Zest, because that's probably the smallest. We'll start small, then we can go big. Johnny, actually, let's go into gameplay mode. I'm not gonna restrict us with funds because I just feel like we should just have fun and pretend like Johnny Zet hit the jackpot with his comedian career and now he gets to renovate his house a bit. But I do wanna just go over him as a sim so we know what to keep in the house and include, or if there's anything extra we can add. So he wants to be a jokester, so comedy is very important to him. He's at level 2 of the career, so he needs to work on guitar or violin skill, which I'm not sure there is a guitar or violin in here, so we should add one of those. Obviously, the stand-up mic and stage I want to keep because that's really cool. And I really feel like this ooh, how nice is that lighting through the window? I really feel like this sad clown painting is meant to kind of reference him being a sad comedian. I'm sorry, does no one else read it that way though? And he's a goofball, he's outgoing, okay, so he wants to entertain, and he's ambitious. And he likes funny sims. And in terms of the house, I think because we are in this desert world of Oasis Springs, it would be cool to bring some lush into the house, just like they've done with the yard. I love that, and make it kind of a little bit like an oasis in the desert. For a limited time, if you use the code Deligracy at the EA store, you do get 5% off, except for some of the kits, like the newest kits. I don't think it works on them, but the rest you should get 5% off, just so you guys know. And I must say thank you to EA for sponsoring this part of the video. Thank you to anyone who's been using the code as well. I really appreciate it. I also don't want to change the renovation so much that there was no point us even renovating the renovation. So I want to keep the roof shape. Maybe we'll just change up the roof color a bit. I want to do more contemporary stuff too. You know, he's a young guy doing up what looks to be an older abode. And I just kind of see him as being an eco-focused sim. In my mind, that's what he's like. You know how you just kind of make up storylines for your sims in your head, like what kind of sims they are, or if they were people in real life, what they would be like. That's kind of how I think about it. Oh, you know another thing that would be kind of cool in the desert? Using these windows, which came with 4 rent, being able to open these up when there's a breeze. Could be cool, something like that. Ooh, and we could also maybe use the reclaimed windows, privacy windows, to block out some of the harsh sunlight. I mean, I'm gonna do different windows, but it's an idea. And you know which windows I haven't used? The Love Struck shower windows as house windows. That's just, a different kettle of fish. Ooh, this, because it has blue on it, that would actually look, whoa, okay, that's super duper silver. Kind of nice, tying in the blue with the blue, although I don't think I want to do that color for Johnny. Ooh, those windows look crisp. Or maybe we could say this side of the house is where you get the most heat, so you just put these on this side of their house to kind of act like sun blockers. I don't know if they're more just a privacy thing in real life or if that actually could help. Or we could use these ones. I love these windows. There's a lot of directions we could go in. I was gonna go with a black color, but that would be hot in the heat. But then again, it's kind of well, it's Sims, so we don't have to be that realistic, Deli. You can chill a bit. But I imagine these would be installed so that you could slide them across the windows if you want more shade. So maybe, oh wait, but that's going to open up that part of the wall. Yes. Well, maybe we just put them on the lower half of the window. I mean, I guess it's pretty exposed on this side, so maybe he does want some privacy. The other thing that some of you guys might find a little unusual, but is kind of common in Australia, is using corrugated iron as wall cladding. It's seen as something in Australia that is very Australiana because it was seen a lot in the old sheds in the outback. The outback being like all the desert in Australia because Australia is such a big continent and most of our population is kind of along the coastlines or closer to, not so much bang in the middle of the country, just because it's so harsh out there. But yeah, a lot of people use corrugated iron as a nice contemporary thing on houses because it's just kind of cool. The great outback, mate. Crikey. Then we could replace all of the undercarriage. I feel like that's too much corrugated iron. At least cladding's kind of cool. Oh, interesting. This is platform trim. I thought this was roof trim. Interesting. Never thought about doing it that way before. I love the idea of this window coming out. That's fun. But maybe it's probably not quite right for this house. Ooh, what if we went for like a rusty metal? I like that. Okay, we are pivoting, folks. I feel like we should be able to get up on this roof as well so we can put maybe like a rain catcher or something up here. You know, I have to admit, when I do builds or renovations, I don't always know the direction I'm going in with it. Probably more often than not, I do know what I want to do. But in this case, I feel like it's just as evolving as we renovate this together. And now it's gone into the realm of industrial outback juxtaposed with green eco. We haven't got to that part yet, but that's where we're headed. It's a process, you guys. It takes time. But yeah, it's kind of weird. But weird is good. We like weird. Okay, so this is going to go up to a bit of an extra eco area, and I'm going to give us a little bit of extra moolah for the cooler. We can get a nice wind turbine up here. Oh, we're going to struggle putting solar panels on the roof because it's curved. But we can put the ones on the ground. Or actually, these could just go on the roof, but the Sims will need to fix them. So I'm just going to grab out a few other things whilst we're here in case we want to use them, because otherwise I know I'll forget. I like this item because it reminds me of the desert this house is surrounded by. Ooh, I like the idea of these awnings too. I'm going to pop that over here. Actually, from memory, is it the ground wind turbines that break more or the roof? I think one or the other breaks more. I mean, this is such a small house. He doesn't actually need that much power. Oh, and let's put up a satellite dish as well, because it's a vibe. Why is this starting to look like a crazy scientist house? Don't worry, we'll make it look cool as well. Like a little prettier. And you know what? I could definitely see him having a juice fizzing station. And then when he invites his friends over for like comedy night, he'd make them juice fizz. So if we're gonna do that, we might need to expand this a touch. Another option is we could be inspired by the front door and introduce like lighter windows to go with this door frame. That could be fun. Because I have to say, the red with this light wood, I don't know if I've ever used that color combo before. And I also have to say, red is probably my least favorite color, unless it's like rusty, unless it's basically this red. So yeah, I don't do a whole lot of red stuff. So maybe we should just do it because it's different. Oh, that's actually really nice. I didn't think we had the same swatch available for this. Okay, are we vibing with this? I think we're working on it. We go full red. That could also mean that we could change this from metal idea and do like a timber. Ooh, and then we could maybe use this fencing, which I don't use very often because I usually find the swatches aren't great to match with the builds that I'm working on, but this kind of works. Okay, and then if he has his like entertaining fruit fizzing station, we can put that over here. You know, I like how this is turning out because it is quite different. I love when we do something that's different to what we usually do. I'll go figure out this flooring, or this decking rather. Also, hopefully the Sims can get up here to fix these. I think it should be okay. The juice fizzing station could go over here. We can still have this unit there because again, I don't want to change it too much. Like I just want to keep some of the original renovation pieces here. We can have a little canopy area. Oh, this might not be high enough. Oh dear, like going through it. To a fabric awning. Actually, that's kind of fun. All right, to lift up this awning, we may have to pull this back a bit and then thinking we add another platform over here. Up some half walls on it so it can match the rest of this house. Just so we can have this little awning shade. Oh, and I like that because then we can have one of these on both ends. We'll bring this back down into the roof and then we can just have this little outside bit where these dew collectors are. There we go, and that doesn't have to be too pretty, but just a general area for those. I always want to use this in my builds, but I never know like how to use it. Like it always just seems like it's too much or too robotic looking. Oh, I just thought about another thing we could put over the windows, which is actually this wall decoration. Like spin those to give yourself more shade or less shade / privacy. That's cool. Okay, this is probably a little bit random. I don't think this is really gonna work for us, but it was a nice idea whilst it lasted. We desperately need some greenery and pots and planters. I'm also gonna just size down these really big willows and have them kind of coming off these, cascading down. And this is the oasis I was telling you guys about. We will also check to see what this looks like from inside the house, because it could look really bad. Surprisingly, it looks okay. So we'll just have a couple around the place. Just for a bit of fun, eh? Sometimes I feel like these wall planters just don't look as realistic. Like I know they exist in some places, but I feel like this is more like possible for someone to have at their house, a wall planter like this. We have to keep all of the gnomes because the gnomes they've always been there for Johnny Zest. Before he became a big successful comedian, they were his friends and they were his audience. These have definitely become my favorite planter to put on decks in The Sims. I love putting them in the corner of decks because they just give some nice levels or different heights of the plants. So we're basically just replacing everything else that's been placed with something from a different pack or slightly newer. I think it would be really cool if we could put in some kind of skylights as well, just like peeking out maybe in the lounge room area. A little bit different. Wait, if I delete that, will there be anything under here? No. So we will need to place a flat square up here. But let's place squares where we don't want to have any skylights. Okay, so we don't want to have them here and we don't want to have them here. It could be cool to have a half. Let's try and match the other side. Oh, I don't think we can though. Especially with this roof type, it is so obviously a different piece of roof. I don't think this is gonna work. What if we just do the exact same piece of roofing and then make it clear like this? I mean, it looks good from the outside. Let's have a look on the inside. Oh yeah, that looks legit. So we could definitely do that type of a thing. Or we could do like bits that pop up like this, but I think that's just gonna look a little weird. So let's just keep it simple. We'll just do a couple of these skylights. Oh my gosh, and then we have the whole interior to do. It's taken me like an hour and 15 minutes just to do this exterior. I feel like this pathway also looks a little funny because it's just chilling by itself over here. I'm just gonna put a few rocks and things on it. Also, I feel like the letterbox should be further down the path too. Call me crazy, but it's a little close to the house for my liking. Okay, gorgeous. Okay, for the interior of the house, I think we should leave it with a similar floor plan because we don't want to change that too much because they've literally just changed it. Love the stage, love the lounge room, bathroom spot, bedroom. Like the layout is awesome. I think we've just got to refurnish it with some other packs and just make it look newer. Oh, and we can also do a bit of ceiling paint. But before we do that, I better take my dogs for a walk. Okay, I'm back from the dog walk and I was just playing around with colors in here because it was taking a while for me to figure out actually how to do the interior because I didn't want it to be exactly the same as the red on the outside. And I was thinking, what about blue? Like blue is kind of cool with this plywood kind of look on the walls. I don't know. I think it's a really kind of different house to what I'm used to doing. Like I'm just trying to experiment more and I'm kind of liking the direction we're going. I mean, obviously the furniture's cooked at the moment, but yeah, I think we've got like a basic kind of color scheme. And now we've just got to finish it off, I suppose. I like having the red fridge. We could double up and do like a red stove, just, you know, for a bit of fun. And do a stove in front of the window, which is what we have in real life now. I used to always do this in The Sims, and at last, it exists in real life as well. It's actually so funny reading comments from you guys saying, I remember when you would always put this in builds, and now you've done it in real life. Very satisfying. Although, I will say, I think that needs to sit up more. And will that be seen through here? No, it won't, luckily. I also added some like vertical redwood in certain areas, which I know is a little different, but I just thought it was kind of fun. We're just having a little bit of a play. You know what? I'm actually thinking actually no, we're gonna do the red stove because we never do a red stove like that. We're living large people, and I feel like this dining area is a little sad. I mean, we might even be able to kind of shuffle things across. Also, before I forget, I need to get a guitar so he can practice with that. It would be really cute if we had some stage curtains too. I was gonna pop in a couple of temporary walls and put in these, because these would create a mock side stage. Ooh, why don't we do like red on the base? It's a very fire engine bright red though. Maybe we go something a little darker. And then we can, I also love the idea of this plywood because that kind of reminds me of a stage too. And we could get some of the performance lights, or aka stage lights. Oh, disco ball. What are the lights that I'm thinking of? Were they with Get Famous? These might be too big. Holy moly. And I think if we size them down, oh, maybe that'll actually work. Seems a little much though for an at-home stage. Oh, these ones from Get to Work are good. These are like miniature stage lights. I think we can get a cooler music box. Oh, we could get this. Oh, that's a bit OP as well for this setup. Karaoke. Oh, the gramophone is iconic. Maybe we just do some like speakers in the corner. And this sad cloud painting, we can put somewhere else. So we'll keep his existing show stuff. The Get Famous curtains would be great, except it seems a little big. Like they're too wide for this space. So I don't want to use those. These aren't quite right. Maybe these curtains. And then we'd need to put a bar across here. Oh no, it's gonna be all wonky. Yeah, I've tried to line it up as best I can. Okay, let's see how this looks. Oh no, but then, oh, that works. Except there's no point because you can't even see it. Okay, what happens if we move it all down one? What happens now? Okay, that just looks odd. Or maybe we get rid of these vertical wood pieces and we just have the curtains just like that. I mean, that looks pretty cool. And these lights, the more I look at them, the more I'm like thinking it needs to be sized down. Yeah, it was just a little big. Oh, and then he had a rug up here as well. So let's put a nice rug. I'm gonna do red or blue, maybe the red. The previous rug was red too. And then maybe we should also have curtains that can go across this window as well. Because you know, if you're performing, you probably want to be able to close the curtains, no doubt. Love that. And then a couple of chairs for his audience. Justice for Johnny Zest. Finally. Okay, we need to update this sad little TV area. He can still have the posters he likes. Or maybe he just likes having a little TV. Or a big TV. Oh my gosh. Well, actually, let's also think about if we wanted to fit in a dining table down here, because he likes socializing. So if he wants to have more folks over for dinner, he'll need a bigger table. Although he does have outside to entertain with. Okay, finding rugs that suit this room is gonna be key. So it will be an opportunity to maybe add some more colors than just blue and red. Otherwise, we may have to go just a neutral rug. Oh, well, if we do want to go blue and red, this one like matches the room perfectly. Maybe that can be for the dining area. Okay, I cannot find a rug that I'm vibing with. I think we will have to go a neutral. I think because we want the chair to face the TV, but we also want chairs to face the stage. So what I'm thinking is that we get an ottoman that you could sit on either side of in the real world. Technically, Sims can't really do that. We can angle it slightly so it's facing the TV and facing center stage, and have maybe another chair over here. Although I'm not really loving these chairs. I like them because they're smaller. Maybe I just didn't have the right colors. Now we just need to decorate this space a bit, make it look pretty. I love this little stepladder. You definitely have like a retro gaming cube on here. I'm gonna lift some like little pots onto here as well. And then his posters can be behind the TV. I do want to use one of those cool sconce lights that are industrial looking. Oh, I like these star lights too, because he's a comedy star from Strangerville. Here we go. Yeah, that's fun. Get a couple of these in. Those look awesome. Are these meant to be macaroons? They are in no way edible, it says. Ooh, another thing we could have had are streamers back here. Oh, and I forgot the things we had at the front of the house too. Okay, well, these probably don't fit in here anymore. Maybe in the bedroom. This is a perfect nook for a broom. These clutter pieces are so cute from Kayla's kit. Oh, have we still got clutter items missing? Because I saw that the other day the Sims community posted that there were clutter items missing. No wonder I can't find stuff. You know what? I'm gonna put the stove under here because I just think it makes more sense to have it, the sink near the window. We'll put the range hood under here. And he did have a microwave, but I feel like we should upgrade his microwave because he deserves it. Okay, for the bathroom, I mean, pretty simple, I think. We'll just do a nice toilet roll, a fun mirror, basin, and I guess the shower will go over here. I'm just gonna lock it into the walls like this. He's gonna have some little rugs. Might just do like blue with a little bit of red on the wall. Yeah, that's cool. I'll do a little tiny living shelf as well. Oh my gosh, this bedroom is a disaster right now. I'm also gonna put a sneaky bookshelf in here just so whoever lives here has access to books. Okay, where's the best position for a bed? We could have the bed right in the corner like this, so there's room to come in the door. Size this down and have this as like our artwork on the wall. I mean, since we're going strong with red and blue, we could go yellow in here. But I am just drawn to this bedding. And you know what? Let's get you a decent desk. Ooh, new desk. That's a fun one. I feel like he suits this kind of thing more though. Okay, now he can have a proper laptop. He's definitely leveling up in life. I'm using a couple of different curtains and hoping that they just kind of work together. I have to say, this little wardrobe from base game is so handy. And it's got the best swatches on it. Just so many to pick from. Oh my gosh, we have to use this new light with the llama in it. The llama's so cute. With its star sunnies on. And one of my favorite items from this kit is actually this book that's facing downwards. Thought that was a really clever idea for something a little bit different. I think he'd always be working on material, being a comedian, so he'd need to have like a sketchbook or just some piles of random study stacks, just journals for ideas to jot them down. Maybe a box of things to take to the next show. And then he will need a mirror because he gets ready for his shows. And he gotta check himself. And these aren't necessarily the nicest item in the game because they are just 2D. But I do like the idea of him having some hanging lights in his room. Okay, Johnny Zest, welcome to your new and improved house, the renovated renovation. And this house is kind of weird, but I like it. Because Johnny's a little bit wacky, he's got a bit of character, so his house needs to reflect that. There's a lot going on. But at the same time, it's nice, it's modern, contemporary, it's got everything he needs. Well, hopefully. Water collectors at the back here, he's got a fizzing station, very cool. Nice outdoor table's been updated. So here we go, let's have a look. He's got his new little fountain here. So many gnomes, the flamingos are now red to match the house. But you know, there's still everything that was there. There's still outdoor seating, a barbecue. There's some items that are exactly the same and unchanged. Some are in the exact same spot actually. Got your wind turbines. That's so Australian. Wind turbines. I love this undercover area with the canopies. And yeah, he can go up that ladder if he needs to. Planters. Okay, so you've got the gist of that. Bin right here. And then when you go inside, wow, Johnny, look at you. Lots of red, blue, and light wood. He's still got his posters here. And look at him on stage, loving it. Listening to his music, he loves his new place. And I think it's good with the ottoman how he kind of figured that out and utilized the space. So we also have a dining area. The music goes over here. He's got his little gnome friends, some stagey lights. And I think red's kind of a good key color because it's kind of like show business and comedy clubs having that old red color, but it's obviously in a contemporary way. He's got his shoes lined up and his stuff over here. Lots of geometric things too. I'm gonna shift that light over before I upload this, but we'll be on the gallery if you guys do want to download it. And then, whoa, oh my gosh, the sun's like red out there. Got this lovely dome area where you can look up and get some more light in. He's still got his existing posters. And then this lovely risen kitchen, which I absolutely love, is still here. A few pops of red, otherwise very clean. Nice bin there, love the plywood. If we go in here, this is his bedroom, which is a bit of a yellow and orange room. He's still got his desk, but it's a much healthier looking desk. There's a bit more room, it's not cramped. He's got his mirror, wardrobe, and his bed with the lovely poster lady that came from one of the new kits. But then his old posters do. A few like kooky little things, which I think are cute. And the cacti to reflect Oasis Springs outside. To bring the outdoors inside, as they say. And then the bathroom's very simple. Just a shower, nice privacy window. I like putting that item over the windows. And then we've got that beautiful rust color in here as well. And then of course this door goes back out into his living area where he's living his life. He's loving it. So yeah, let me know what you think of this build. I wasn't really sure what direction we were going in, but I'm pleased with how it's turned out. And like I said, it'll be on the gallery if you do want to download it. Where do you think you're going, mister? And actually, I'm curious to see how much this is. Lot value, 54,000. Yeah, it's actually, if you deleted a lot of the clutter and landscaping stuff, you could probably get it down to like 35,000 if you want your Sims to move into it without cheats. But yeah, I love it. It's so much fun. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you to my amazing members for your support. The top members are shown here, so thank you guys. And if you'd like to become a member, there's a link in the description down below, and there's already a whole bank of videos you can watch with behind the scenes stuff. So yeah, feel free to check that out. But most of all, thanks for being here, thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, and I love you guys. And let me know which build you want me to do next, or which renovation to renovate next. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to speak to you all soon. Dag dag!